Hi, this is Tingyi and you're watching Tech Support. Today I'm teaching you how to take a professional headshot with a DSLR camera. And for my tutorial, I'm using Canon 5D Mark III, and my friend Teresa will be my model. So the first thing you have to do is to set your camera into manual setting and then adjust your ISO. To adjust ISO, just press the ISO button over here, and then you can switch it to the number you want. The higher the ISO, the brighter your picture will be, and then your picture will be fuzzier. So when taking professional headshot photo, it's better to keep your ISO as low as possible in order to prevent any fuzzy problem in your pictures. These two pictures are taken with two different ISO, and you can see that the picture taken with higher number of ISO is relatively fuzzier than the one taken with lower number of ISO. It might not look obvious, however, it's very obvious when you make into posters. Let's zoom in and see. Now you can see that the one taken with higher number of ISO is relatively fuzzier than the one taken with lower number of ISO. So my suggestion is to start with ISO 100, and you can move the ISO up only if you cannot get more light by other methods. Next, I'm introducing Aperture. Aperture controls the opening of your lens. So the lower number of your aperture, the wider your lens will be. Also, lower aperture will make your background look really blurry and your object will look more focused. So when taking professional headshot photo, it's better to keep your aperture as low as possible because it can prevent when you are taking picture and strangers walking behind you. To adjust aperture, just scroll the wheel over here and you can adjust it. This is the picture taken with higher number of aperture, which I'm using Aperture 6. And you can see the cars at the background very clearly. However, my model does not look stand out. This is the picture taken with lower number of aperture, which I'm using Aperture 3.5. And you can see the cars at the background looks slightly blurry than the one taken with higher number of aperture. And my model looks more stand out, which also makes my photo looks more professional. Let's look at these two pictures together. It is obvious that the one taken with lower number of aperture makes my model more stand out, which makes my pictures look more professional. Lastly, I'm introducing shutter speed, and your shutter speed will be different depends on if you are taking it with hand or tripod. So when taking pictures with tripod, you want to keep your shutter speed as low as you can, such as 1/30. When you are holding the camera by hand, you want to keep your shutter speed at least 1/60 to counteract handshake. To adjust shutter speed, just scroll the wheel up here, and then you can see the shutter speed is changing. These two pictures have the same moving object. However, the one at the bottom is taken with a lower number of shutter speed, which I'm using 1/30, and the object looks very blurry. Whereas the picture on top is taken with higher shutter speed, which I'm using 1/800. It seems like the object freezes. After adjusting ISO, shutter speed, and aperture, you can now take your own professional headshot photo. I'm Tingyi, and thank you for watching Tech Support. Bye!